Welcome to the 7th session of Destination Transformation. I'm your navigational guide, Dr. LaVerne Adams, and in this session, you will discover your total absolute reason for being alive. You'll have the opportunity to think more deeply about the purpose and the dreams of your life and why you have them. I'm going to help you understand the deep connection between your deepest heart's desire and your reason for being alive, and I'm going to help you believe with all certainty that you are here to fulfill those dreams that lie deep within your heart. When you look at your dreams this way, you become more intentional about doing whatever it takes to make your dream a reality because your life literally depends on it. It was Coach George Halas, an American football coach, who said many people flounder about in life because they do not have a purpose or an objective toward which to work. And you have to get a clear life goal that you're working toward in order for you to feel accomplished in life. And it is critical that you don't let anything or anybody get in the way of you achieving this goal. And there are times when people feel unsure about their purpose because they begin to compare themselves to others. And you have to have a clear goal that you're working toward in order for you to feel completely accomplished in life. And this doesn't depend upon anything about anything that anyone else is doing. It is absolutely critical not to let anyone or anything get in the way of achieving your goal so you can fulfill your purpose in life. Now, there are times when people are unsure about their purpose because they compare themselves to others. They feel inferior because there are certain things that other people can do that they can't do. But it's absolutely critical that you find your own path that drives you toward your destiny on the road to find your reason and purpose for being alive. I want you to embrace the fact that there are certain things that only you were created to do. You're equipped with your own brand of gifts and talents and abilities to completely accomplish what you were here to do. And whatever you discover, whenever you discover and activate those attributes, you'll recognize that you are an absolute gift to the world. But what you have to do is be willing to do the work necessary to mine out the purpose that's deep within your heart so that you can ultimately fulfill your purpose for being alive. More often than not, I hear people that come to me say, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And ultimately, that plagues every area of their life, leaving them with a sense of a void and uncertainty. And this constant ambiguity, it breeds a life of insecurity and a lack of self-confidence. And this is why people are unsatisfied and unfulfilled, and some people fall prey to addictions and abusive behaviors, because when people are dissatisfied with the way things are, they seek out ways to become disconnected from their current reality, and they search for the relief of the pain of dissatisfaction. And this is why people fall into addictions and abusive behaviors. But when you are intentional about fulfilling your purpose, you do not leave those outcomes to chance. You seek out every possible way and every possible avenue to find the satisfaction you need to be connected with purpose, to be connected to your reality, so that you can fulfill the purpose for being alive. To leave anything up to fate could be fatal. And even more dangerous than comparing yourself to others is to put your destiny in the hands of others. If you are to achieve your purpose, it's critical that you are empowered to realize your own dreams. I often say that if you leave your destiny in the hands of others, if you leave your life in the hands of others, if you leave the fulfillment of why you're alive in the hands of others, they will put you in their dream, but you will never have a leading role. And you were created with a special purpose in mind. And all of your gifts and all of your talents and all of your abilities are an indication that there is something very special in your life for you to do. But you have to make a decision to discover what that purpose is and what your reason is for being alive. You have to make the decision to live out your full potential. You have to make a decision that you have the power to do whatever it is that you were created to do. And then you'll be confident about the reason that you were created, and you will feel more compelled to fulfill your purpose in life. When you are aware of the power that lies within you, you will move your life toward fulfilling your destiny with power and with integrity. You have to understand that discovering your purpose is a process. And this process is pregnant with potential. It's a lot like being pregnant. It's a lot like the developmental process of a natural pregnancy. For example, when you first get pregnant, no one can really tell. You can decide to keep it a secret because nobody can tell, so you can keep it to yourself for a while. But likewise, when you're pregnant with purpose, once your purpose is initially revealed to you and you discover what your purpose is, you may not want to reveal it to anybody right away. Because you yourself are just getting used to the idea, and you may want to incubate this and nurture this precious seed of revelation for a season. And you do this because you might not feel comfortable with sharing with people who do not understand where your life is headed. And you should be careful who you share your dreams with anyway. And beware of those people who are not willing to understand what you're trying to do and seek to abort your vision. When you're pregnant with purpose, you're keenly aware of the changes that take place in your life during this distinctive pregnancy process. And regardless of what you do and how you do it, you have to understand that eventually your purpose will start to show. As much as you try to keep it to yourself, eventually your purpose will begin to be seen by everyone. And just like a normal pregnancy, after you conceive, when you nurture and protect that seed, your dream will grow. And eventually, you'll have to communicate your purpose through thoughts and words and actions and your attitude. And even those closest to you will notice that something different is happening inside of you. They may not be able to put it into words, and they may not be able to put their finger on it, but they will be able to see that changes are taking place nevertheless. But you may still not feel ready to share it with the world quite yet, and that's perfectly okay, because after all, it's your prerogative. It's your dream. And when you feel it's the right time to share your purpose, be sure to connect with the right people who understand the direction that your life is going. You will know who those people are, because these are the people who will help support you on your journey to fulfill your purpose in life. They will play a very important role. These people will play a very important role, and they'll act as midwives as they affirm your purpose every step of the way. Their support is immeasurable, so choose these people wisely, and you should never try to fulfill your purpose or your destiny alone. Always have someone that's nearby, that's close to support you in your decisions to fulfill your purpose and your destiny. And when you go through this birthing process of your purpose, you'll go through many phases, you'll go through many changes, and just like a natural birth, you'll go through transitions, and you will be able to begin to see those changes. Similar to a natural birth, purpose has seasons in which to evolve and unfold. And it can be seen and broken down into trimesters, just like a natural birth. In the first trimester, you'll be able to see the beginning of the birthing process. You'll begin to conceive the ideas in your mind that your life has more meaning that you want to deeply fulfill. And once you begin to get this sense deep within your heart, you will learn and know when it's time to fulfill it. You'll feel it. You'll know when it's time. And in the second trimester, you'll know that your purpose will begin to show, because you'll feel more prepared to deliver the purpose which you embody. And as you prepare to deliver, you'll feel more confident, you'll feel more empowered, you'll feel better, you'll feel ready to create a beautiful life for yourself and everyone around you. In the third trimester, now it's time to get ready to deliver. You must be willing to do whatever it takes to prepare yourself to get into this birthing process. This might mean you go back to school. It might mean that you take courses like this one. It might mean that you get yourself ready in every possible way to deliver your dream. In a natural birth, you can take Lamaze classes and learn how to breathe during your delivery. And I'll never forget, when I was delivering my children, I took Lamaze classes, and it was amazing because the very simple process of breathing is what made delivery possible, and it made it easier. And it's the same thing with you and purpose. You can learn some very simple techniques in order to make that birthing process of your purpose easier for you. And this is what this course is about. So likewise, you need to learn how to take the deep breaths of courage to press your way into purpose, because it's going to take courage, it's going to take perseverance, it's going to take support, and you want to do everything in your power to make your delivery into your purpose a smooth one. Stop at nothing until you fulfill your purpose and your reason for being alive. And here's a technique that you can use to discover your purpose. And the first thing you want to do is start by making a list of all the things that you feel passionate about. And in my case, I don't feel like I'm alive until I'm serving and helping others. I feel best when I'm giving, and I feel like I'm not living unless I'm giving. So I want you to list the things that you feel really concerned about. List the things that you feel concerned about in your work, in your community, and in your world. And then you can begin to recognize and understand that you were created to address each and every one of those things. You will never feel fulfilled until you deal with those things in some positive way. You will never feel satisfied until you make a contribution in solving that problem. And so what I want you to do, you may have to stop the tape, and I want you to begin to write down those things that you feel passionate about. Tap into your innermost self. Remember early on in the journey where we began to go down the road of rediscovery? I want you to go back in your heart and in your mind and begin to rediscover those things that you feel passionate about. And make a list of all those things that really concern you. And begin to now look at that list. You may have to stop the tape and come back, but begin to look at those things as the reason why you're here. Interestingly enough, everybody has different things that make them feel that they're passionate about and make them feel alive. And that's the very unique thing about you. You have a very unique gifts, talents, and abilities. And likewise, you have very unique passions and things that make you feel energized and make you feel alive. Those are the things that I want you to see that connect you to your purpose. And I want you to recognize that these things are the things you were put here to solve. If it's a problem, you were put here to solve it. If it's a situation, you were put here to deal with it in some positive way. If it's an issue, you were here to make a contribution. You are here to make your contribution. You have something very, very special to bring to the world. So I want you to pick one issue to get started, and then to develop an action plan on how you can make an impact. And it's perfectly okay to start small. For example, we know the huge problem of homelessness in the world. We know the huge problem of poverty. And so there is no way one person can change the entire world and the entire problems, but the problems that the world has. But one person can do their part. And I want to encourage you to do your part. It may be as simple as to spend a day helping to serve food at a homeless shelter. That's doing your part to make a difference in the world. And little by little, day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year, you can make a difference in that problem because you have made your contribution. And somehow, suddenly, your reason for being will quickly unfold, and suddenly you will realize that fulfilling your purpose brings more meaning and more satisfaction into your life. And what you have learned today is a technique that will move you forward on your journey to completely transform your entire life. And I'm so glad to have been on this road to discover your reason and to be a partner with you on this journey. And I want to invite you to feel free to reach out to me at any time, and we can help you even further to discover your purpose and help you understand that they are dynamically connected to your passion. I want to also invite you to go to my website, totallifetransformation.net, and get more resources and more materials. And be sure to use your Destination Transformation Workbook to chart your progress. And I want you to know that I care about you. I want to help you go further than you've ever gone before on your own in less time. And I want to continue this journey with you. And our next leg of the journey, our next turn is on the road to your relationships. And until next time, this is Dr. LaVerne Adams, and this is Destination Transformation, your navigational roadmap to a totally fulfilling, pretty amazing, completely rewarding dream life.